go. Join us in the in-between. It's Adam and VDB. Welcome to the show. Even if you've got nowhere else to go, join us in the in-between. It's Adam and VDB.
Adam, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
My friend, I am down in Lowell right now, just chilling. How are you?
I know, we're not together, and you didn't get to see the new threads. We just got our new samples in today for our new merch store, and I can't believe you're not sitting next to me. I had one for you, but, you know, even though we're not sitting next to each other, I know, you see that? You like that?
I didn't know that there was one for me. Now I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple for you. There's a couple for you.
Okay.
But yeah,
okay.
It's unfortunate that we're not sitting next to each other today, but we had to make sure that we got today's guest on the show as soon as possible. He's a very, very important part of the PG fam, and we wanted to make sure that we got our conversation out there kind of in tangent with our new release, Any Reason to Party. So that's dropping this Friday. Yeah, you know.
Excuse me?
And yeah, and the guest that we have on today's show is in the song. How sweet is
he
that?
is.
So he is.
He is. He's in this song?
He is. Yeah,
Oh.
you were there. You were there. You forgot?
Oh, I was there. Yes. Yes. I was.
Oh, you Jokerson, you are special. You're special in my eye. You're the apple in my eye. Dude, we gotta get this going because I gotta talk to Joshua like ASAP. We gotta get this. But before we do that, Joshua Herzer is not here just because he's, you know, part of the PG fam. He's here today also because he's part of one of the bands that I know myself. I know Adam. I can speak for him. Everybody in Promise Game kind of looks at as like legends of the post-hardcore scene in Boston. So
I do indeed.
You know, it was, yeah, like that is an absolute fact for us. So it was really cool for us to kind of connect with Josh, get him on one of our tracks, but also we wanted to just talk to him today about Lions, because Lions is, you know, they're kind of back right now. So we want to talk to him about all the stuff that they got going on, learn a little bit more about what Lions is, what they've done in the past, and what they're going to be doing coming up. But before we talk to Josh, let's do what we always do. Let's listen to, or no, we're not going to listen to anything. We are going to watch a music video. This is one of,
well.
Oh yeah, baby. You know what we do. You know how we do out in here. This is one of my favorites. No, this is my favorite song. This is my favorite song off of their album Monuments. This one for me,
Oof.
this and Winter.
Oh man, I just re-listened to the full discography with Josh and all right, maybe we'll get into that later.
We're gonna have to because this track alone is gonna get us going for it. So let's just get right into it. Here is the music video for Circles.
Choices that we make, we are
Here is Joshua Herzer from Lions. What is going on, my man? How we doing?
Hey, gentlemen. How
What's
are
going
you?
on? What's going on?
I was trying to look at the screen, but there's this incredible glare coming off from the top left there. You all right?
I know. I can't, dude. I can't figure out my lighting right now. Give me 1 second. Watch this. Ready? Hold on.
I'm ready.
You look so good in the dark. What happened to the? What happened?
No,
to you?
I didn't like the dark.
But it looks good. Just
Colin, you're beautiful. Stop it. Just
There you go.
sit down. You're fine.
There we go.
There
That's-
it is.
I feel better now. I feel better, but I couldn't
Contrast.
see you guys.
We
I
like the
couldn't see you
contrast.
guys. I couldn't see you.
Well.
Now I feel better. I
You
feel
look
better.
great. The lighting situation looks like I'm shooting on the other side of Earth.
So
Like
we
look
always,
at this colorful oasis that I'm in.
you
it's
are
unreal.
you're in a great room. You're probably some of the best setup we've seen on this podcast, without a doubt.
yeah, I like the cap thing in the background. Is that
I got
electric? Is that lit up?
That's my TV.
there's a
Oh, and
mosquito.
you just set us up with a little
he's got kitty
fun thing in the
cats.
back.
Yeah, you gotta
I
have a
love
little
it.
background. Those are the
I
kids.
love it.
That's this is hard. That's Dave. That's OP.
There you go.
And they're catting around. They're a nightmare. They're
Ooh.
the two of the furry loves of my life.
Ooh,
I
maybe
love
they'll make
it.
a little appearance.
And you know what? Since you brought that up, Josh, we know you personally too.
Yes.
We have to say congratulations to you and your beautiful gal on the
Thank you.
forthcoming beautiful baby girl that's going to be
Yeah, that's
joining
a
your
thing.
family.
That's a
So you're
wild
Yes,
like-
indeed.
You're going to be a dad.
I know it's
That-
terrifying.
The pregnancy announcement went legitimately viral on Facebook. It got
yeah.
really did.
an unbelievable amount of shares and thousands of likes.
Yeah, I wish
Jess
that,
and I were like, what's going on here?
I wish that the act that led us there had as much fanfare. I would have appreciated that.
Well, that's just because you guys didn't document it. So
Well,
You got to document.
That's on you. That's on
As
you.
Colin says, always record.
That's on the
Always
that's a B-sides
record.
release.
That is on you.
Oh man, well it is so awesome to have you again. Congratulations on the new baby girl coming. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk to you about here today. Adam's just going to run through a couple questions. We're going to watch another music video, just hang out and have a little chat. So with that, Adam, what do you got for Joshua here? What do you got for Josh?
Run it.
Okay.
Run it.
You know what? I'm gonna call an audible right now on the way I wrote this, and we're not
I
gonna
love
start
it.
off with the usual question. We're gonna bring that up after this question.
I like it.
Josh, you're originally from Las Vegas, correct?
Reno, Nevada.
From Reno,
Reno.
where
Yeah, the one from the
prostitution is
show.
actually legal, right?
Yes, 100%. Not that I would know,
But-
but I heard that it is 100% legal there. Yes.
Hearsay only. Okay, so you joined Lions with the album "The Path We Take."
Correct.
Talk to us about that whole thing. Talk to us about how you linked up with them and how you ended up over here in New
All
England.
right. Yeah, I'll try to give it the speedy version because man, is it at this point over a decade long story. So I was doing my thing in local bands growing up throughout my youth, and the first band we got serious with was a band called The Airplane Game. That I don't think their music's available right now. I'll find a way to upload it because it's stuff I'm really proud of.
that would
still.
be
It's
dope.
very very cool stuff. I'll send that stuff to you guys. And
Sweet.
we went to Warped Tour in San Francisco, and we saw Therefore I Am play. And,
Oof. Ooh, legends.
and I didn't know that at the time, most of the bands I was listening to were from the New England area. So I was super into
shit.
the Receiving End of Sirens and Therefore I Am and 4 Years Strong. And
Yeah.
I didn't put that together. That connection didn't happen to me. And we got given a compilation CD that had a Lions demo on it. And it was the song Angels with Dirty Faces. I took the CD and just tossed it because you go to Warped Tour, you all of a sudden have a CD wallet worth of shit you're
Yeah,
never gonna
back in
listen
the
to.
day. Yeah.
But my best friend saved the CD and listened to it and was like, dude, you got to hear this Lions band. It's sick. So I gave it a listen and instantly was pirating their record because that's what you did.
Oh, dude, I did too.
In the
Yeah,
early
yeah.
2010s.
I'm
And
pretty sure I pirated a Lions album, to be honest.
yeah, I
with you.
did like not that.
No,
long
yeah, that's
ago.
what I'm saying. I absolutely did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
for
fun
sure.
story. The first CD I ever pirated was Vanna's Curses record,
Oh, there you go.
Which
oh
ended
my god!
which ended up playing
And
a
the-
part in my life later
in your
on.
band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we fell in love with the record, and we asked a friend of ours who booked shows to try to book Lions, and he did. So we got to play a show with them. And the second I saw what they were doing live, it just completely blew my mind, and I was like, I need to do that. Like, that's what I want to do. Whatever they got going on, I just want to rip that off entirely.
Yeah.
I want to be those guys. So those guys ended up staying with us, and we just sort of hung out with the guys that night. And then they were going to Vegas, which is an 8-hour drive from Reno. And like a month later, I hopped on their MySpace to find out when they were playing again, and saw that their singer was stepping down. They were looking for people, so sent a MySpace message with a couple of the demos that we had recorded. And the next morning, I had like 5 missed calls from Brandon.
oh
And
shit.
a couple text messages like, hey, our manager wants to talk to you. Like, give me a call back. So right then I was like, okay, like this is like my make or break moment. Because if I return this call, my life could change forever. I was couch surfing. I was living out of a minivan. I right before my call, I went to 7-Eleven and stole a Rockstar and a Cliff Bar because that's the only substance I was getting. And I said, fuck it. And I made the call. And then a week later, I had a one-way ticket to Boston, and I just never went back.
That's so awesome.
It's been a wild ride, man.
That's
so
an incredible story. Holy shit!
Cool. Yeah.
It was very much like that Marky Mark movie, Rockstar,
Yeah.
except for with way less success.
What was it? What was that? Steel. What was the name of that fucking band?
The band in that movie?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It was.
Was it Steel Dragon? Steel Dragon.
Yes. Yep. That was it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right.
It's basically like that. Way less drugs and way less money. But other than that,
I've
it's
never
pretty much
even-
exactly. I'm Marky Mark.
You are Mark.
I've never even seen it. I've
What?
legit not seen the movie. Yeah,
Adam.
I don't think I've even heard of it.
This
It's
is
worth
great.
your time.
We literally come up.
It's worth
with a
my
homework
time?
assignment.
Always.
We come up with a
I don't-
homework assignment every single show for you, Adam. This is it. This is your
Yeah.
homework assignment. You have to watch it.
It's
It's a
good to
good
keep yourself
movie.
up to date.
Dude, Jennifer Aniston's in it. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that's his
Um,
baby girl.
I have followed up on some of those homework assignments. The main one was to listen, because it had come up again and again in the podcast, was to listen to the band Don Brocco.
Yeah.
Don Broco.
Don Broco.
Yes.
I'm not a fan. I don't like him.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
a
you said.
really
Yeah.
big fan of the first 2 records. A fan-ish of the record after, and they've lost me a little bit as far as new stuff goes.
Mm. Yeah,
But man, those first 2 records for me. Prime.
it's come up on shuffle for me. I don't know exactly when the songs are from and stuff like that, but I'm sorry to report, guys who I've talked to so far, it's not working for me. But you know, I did.
Hey.
I tried.
You gave it a go. That's all
That's
we
all
can.
Yeah, I
ask.
did. I really did.
That's all we can.
I try
ask
and
for, man.
follow up on the homework assignments that I get in here. So.
That's yeah. Well, I'm glad you do. That's good. That's good. All right.
All right.
We
So
got one.
Josh, so you did join the band after their formation, but I figure you might know this question, the answer to this question, and it's
Okay.
normally the first question I ask,
Yes.
and it's, where did the name Lions come from?
So there's been a couple of joke answers. One is that Brandon, who formed the band, is a Leo. So that's joke question number 1. I mean,
I
joke
like
answer
that.
number
Okay.
1.
Joke
Uh,
answer.
I-
Yeah.
I don't really know. I think that they just found a word that sounded cool. It represented strength, and it represented like the pride
Okay.
in a family. And then just repeated it because there was already a band called Lions, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's a very, very deep context to it. As far as I know, it was just, you need something to represent your band, and you try to find something memorable. And it was
Yeah,
around
dude.
the time that like Attack, there's 2 Attacks. There's
Oh,
attack,
shit.
attack, and then there's the one that we know, attack, exclamation
With
point,
the
attack,
apostrophe.
exclamation
Yeah.
point.
Exclamation
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Um,
that was basically it. They had already released an EP and a full-length record by the time I joined the band. So
Right.
So I was already an active fan before I showed up.
That's so cool.
I was too. I think from the very beginning. When I think the first song I heard was Waves.
Yes.
I think that's my very.
Yeah,
think
I
that
mean,
was my very first
that's-
time to listen to.
Yeah, like on MySpace.
Yeah.
There often is not a deep answer to that question. I just always like to know.
We don't have a deep answer for ours. I mean, we've already
No,
told
not
the
at all.
story. We've already told Josh the story, so we don't have to go through it. And everyone,
The name is
that's
perfect
ever-
though because the PG logo is so good.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, that's
it's
what everyone
perfect.
says.
Right.
That's what everyone
Yeah,
says. Yeah,
it's perfect.
yeah, that's what everyone
It-
says.
That's kind of why the name like fell in line, because we were like, oh, this, like, look at this logo. It's like, okay, yeah, this
You could
makes
literally
sense.
sell your merch to just a movie fan.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think
yeah.
most of the merch that is going to be coming out, which Colin is featuring a shirt right now, that's going to come out when this airs today. It's out today. Go check out promisegame.bigcartel.com and pick yourself up some merch. What are you doing?
Hey, if you have a
Get
little
out there and get some merch.
oh, if you have a wallet too, these are perfect for the wallet.
That's a nice little cool little sticker that we have coming out.
Oh my God,
We
we
got
are
several shirts up on there. We got a hoodie up on there.
selfishly just
Oh,
absolutely
absolutely.
pushing merch right now.
Indulgent.
I fucking love it.
Indulge
Yeah.
while you can, kiddos. Indulge
Josh,
while you can.
you know that if you
By
have
my clock,
platform
a song featuring all of us did just drop a couple
Today.
hours ago.
today.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
now.
Indeed, it did.
It did.
Oh,
You know what?
that's
Hey,
That is.
high five to you guys. That's a good job, guys. Oh man, good job. I'm cheersing to that one.
We did it. It was months in the making. Are we talking about that?
We will. We'll
Okay.
talk about
Yeah,
that in a little bit.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk about that in a little bit. We want to get this lines stuff going here
All right,
because
hit me.
we still
Yeah.
have much to learn.
So, this I'm guessing you might not have heard this question before. I've noticed in your songwriting that you often go. I mean, especially in lines. I'm talking here. You often go without a rhyme scheme. Is
Yes.
that a conscious effort?
So the way that I tend to write, and the way that works for me, is I'm a stream of consciousness writer. So a lot of times I'm presented with the instrumental. Brandon usually is putting together the instrumentals. They come to me. And a lot of times we'll just do it in the studio. I like to just get in. having
Oh
not
shit!
heard
Really?
the instrumental, and I just go. Just as if it's a song. I just sing stuff, and the melodies
so-
just work out. And every once in a while, I'm just blabbing, so sometimes there's words that'll sort of like subconsciously, I'll throw in words that are sort of, what mindset I'm in at the moment. And I'll just sort of build the song based on that. But also, I just feel like it's very constricting to consistently try to rhyme. I'm not a poet.
It certainly can be. It certainly can be. Yep.
I don't have that sort of mind. Like that's not how I express myself. I'm just not that smart and good with words. I don't read good or talk good.
I don't
So-
do good. I don't do good at it.
I don't do words good. So it's like a stream of consciousness thing for me. So I mean there's certain moments where it helps to have it there, and I'll hit it when I feel like it needs it. But generally, a lot of the music that I listen to doesn't really stick to that typical rhyme scheme.
Mhm.
And also probably just being lazy and sloppy.
No,
But I just feel like it's
No,
it's more
but-
honest.
You ready? Being lazy and sloppy
Well,
is being the lead singer and not writing any lyrics is, I know a couple.
Wow.
I know somebody here that does that. That just called himself the fuck out.
But yeah, you are correct. That's a very good question. I have not had that question before.
Yeah, I mean, I was just I went back and I started at the path we take, and because I really like lyrics. I am the lyricist for Promise Game primarily, and so I was listening, singing along on my way to and from work, and it was like, wow, Josh doesn't rhyme like a ton. Like sometimes in a chorus, almost never in a verse, and yet it works. Like because you attach yourself to melody more so to make something really catchy than to stick with like a poetic mindset coming into it.
Yes, I'm always melody first. 100%
yeah, very
time
cool.
Melody first. So that's what would happen. Yeah, I would have a notebook filled with pages and pages of basically poetry, right? Just writing down what's going on. And then I'm given an instrumental and I'm trying to fit it in and it doesn't fit. And then if it does fit, I'm like, what am I going to do for melody here?
Right.
And I would just be constantly trying to crowbar these pre-written lyrics into an instrumental that doesn't necessarily fit that. So I would find myself constantly going in to work on a song and I would end up rewriting a completely new thing anyway. And all those pages would just sit there. And it would be useful to go back to if I'm writing on the same topic. I can grab a line, from something like that.
Right.
But overall, I just found that it's easier for me to go in just with nothing. Just no ideas at all. Go in.
That's really
that
freaking cool.
down, and then just go with it.
I could never do that.
No, I approach everything lyrically first. And I'll go with rhyme schemes in a song, but I like to change the scheme as I go. Like I won't stick to the same rhyme scheme in verse 1 that I will in verse 2 typically.
Right.
I totally get what you're saying. It can be constricting because I hate lyrics that sacrifice meaning for a stupid rhyme where they're not actually saying anything.
It's like a throwaway line.
Exactly. And I never want to do that. And so sometimes I'll get stuck on a song and it's just like, oh well, all right, let's change up the rhyme scheme or maybe let's throw this song away for a little while.
That's like the word tonight. That's how you can tell that someone was in that mind frame. That's just like the instant go-to. When you hear a song, all of a sudden they reference the time of day for no other reason than they set up an "ite" beforehand. Yeah, that's what it always is. I remember being in the studio working on, which song is that? Grounded, on a record called "To Carve Our Names," and that song was sort of co-written with the producers we were working with, and it was the same thing. We wrote ourselves into a corner, and they're like, "Oh yeah, easy, just say tonight." Okay. Yeah, you're right. That rhymes. But that has nothing to do with the song at all.
Yeah,
that's like, no, it's fine. It finishes it. And it's like, all right, fine. So it's in there. So if you listen to it, it's in there. But you'll notice damn near every song you listen to has the word tonight in it.
Especially in pop punk and...
Yeah, that's your get out of jail free card as far as rhyme goes. Just always throw tonight in. There's no songs that take place during the day, especially in our genre.
Now that being said, Grounded is one of my favorite tracks off that album, if not my favorite.
Thank you. That one was fun because it was, the
hook is so good. The chorus is so good in that song.
I was big into bands like Hoobastank and stuff, and Hoobastank obviously exploded because of The Reason, and so I'm like, I want our version of The Reason. I want a mid-tempo kind of ballady with a slightly edgy bridge. Yeah, and a chanty sort of anthem song, and we got to build that. But I have to admit that the Tonight card is in there. It's in there. Not proud of it, but it's in there. But I do dig the song. I do dig the song quite a bit.
Oh, I love that. Hey, sometimes you gotta do it,
right? So we were. Oh, which one of these questions do I want to ask first? That one? Okay. So I like to... So Colin just highlighted a question for me.
Oh, okay. Wow, look at that. Some behind-the-scenes shit.
But we both have the document open. So.
I've been working behind the scenes over here. I'm not just screwing around.
Okay. So, how would you describe Lions sound or genre to someone who hasn't heard them before?
Yikes. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. I tend to just say rock band. And the reason
That's
for that
you know what? Yeah. I totally get that. That's kind of like what I started placing it into in my head in the car.
We're a rock band, and the reason for that is that we never kind of like stuck with anything. We were never afraid to write a weird song or put in a song like "Hear Me Out," which is just like a really silly pop song, and then we'll have stuff that there's pop punk songs on some of the records, more so earlier.
Yes, a little bit more so earlier, yeah.
Yeah, screaming is an element that goes in and out of us as a band. The first EP they did, there was none. The first full length they did, it's on damn near every song. My first record, there's none.
Oh, really?
My second record, there's a bunch of it. And then the 2 records after that, there's none. And the music we're putting out now has it. So we never were like, oh, we have to, like, this screaming's element we have to do because we're this kind of band.
Right.
It was like, like, we are Lions, so whatever we write, that's Lions material because our band made it. And, you're going to lose people when you go in any direction. There's going to be people who miss the screaming stuff, and then when that pops back up, they're stoked. There's going to be people that just know, like, Hear Me Out, or, a silly song, or a song like Grounded. And they'll be like, ooh, I like this song, and then they'll listen to the rest of it and hate it because it's so eclectic and it's always changing.
Yeah.
So I like to just rock band. But I know what you were talking about earlier. You were talking about the pop punk thing. I never considered us a pop punk band.
I said post-hardcore.
I feel like you most often get pigeonholed into like Boston post-hardcore legends, and I'm like, but it's not really post-hardcore. Like some of the songs are, but then there's some very poppy stuff on there, which I wouldn't call pop punk though.
No.
Right. Yeah, it's just sort of whatever we want. It's just kind of always been that.
Yeah.
And I feel like that can be off-putting though to a fan base if there's people that are into what you're doing. I mean, there's bands personally that I love that certain releases they put out I'm just not that into.
Yeah, but you still like the band, you'll still listen to them and what they
It's like I love the band, that record I just skip, and that's okay.
Yep.
Because those are also bands that are not afraid of just changing it up and doing something different. I mean, but it works. Like look at Bring Me the Horizon. They're on fire.
You just picked a good one for the two of
been.
us too. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like from what they started with, people that are getting into them now may listen back to the first couple records
and they're like, "Whoa, no, thank you, I'm good."
Dude, I love Under Oath.
Yeah.
When I got into Under Oath, it was I guess it was like
Drake?
the end of the changing of times.
So Dallas was Dallas. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dallas.
Yeah, it's still Dallas Taylor. Yeah.
Dallas. Oh, I
Because
said
it was,
Drake. Dallas.
When the Sun Sleeps was the song I heard. But then I bought the record and I didn't like it because the songs didn't sound like that. And then
that's the only one with singing on that album, I think.
Yeah. And then They're Only Chasing Safety comes out and like perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for.
That's what I was looking for. But then
the stuff they're doing now I'm not particularly into.
It's more like metal.
Yeah, so it's
Did you hear
like it.
Let's veer off. Did you hear the one that came out the other day?
No.
There's a new Under Oath track that came out last Wednesday or Thursday.
We love giving homework assignments.
Give it a listen after this. It's interesting. I don't know if it's going on an album or where it would fit on an album. I didn't dislike it, but I still miss Aaron is back in the band on drums, but he hasn't sung in a while. I feel like he came back in and just said, I don't want to sing anymore.
It's all Spencer. Yeah, it's been all
right.
Yeah.
And Spencer has a fine voice. He definitely took vocal lessons. Without a doubt, he definitely took vocal lessons. But Aaron has a great singing voice.
One of my favorites, to be honest.
And he doesn't want to do it anymore, is what it seems like. He's having no context.
You just have to hear the Almost records. Just
I was gonna say, and he's doing his own, solo stuff now. I think he's probably focused more on playing drums than Under Oath. I think
I wanted to be that guy so bad.
Oh God,
so badly. I was playing throughout my time in local bands growing up. I played every instrument in a band, It doesn't mean that I was good at any of those things, but I at one point like was a keyboardist in a band. No idea what I was doing, but I would like fuck around with buttons. And that's like we never did recordings or played shows or anything, so it was fine. But drums were like my first instrument that I like really got into and loved playing.
Oh, really?
And so of course I needed my drums to be set up exactly like Aaron's. I wanted the Truth kit that looked just like Aaron's, and I was singing in that band. Thankfully, there's only,
you were Aaron Gillespie.
there are a couple recordings. I'm definitely not releasing those. I'll send them to you guys.
Nice.
I want to hear deep tracks of that.
But yeah,
band.
so I so badly wanted to be that guy. So I'll listen to anything that guy does.
So funny. I love that. Yeah, I ran into him once, and short story about Aaron, and then we can get on. But I got to say this one. So I was pretty drunk at it was the Finch anniversary. Actually, Adam, you were there. It's the Finch.
I was there. I know this story. Yeah.
The Finch anniversary show for What It Is to Burn, and the almost opened for him. It was at the Paradise in Boston. I didn't have to.
No, it was at the Royale.
Oh, that's right. It was at the Royale. Fucking Royale.
Yep.
Even better. It was a super small show. Yep. And I like turn around and there's Aaron in the crowd. And I'm like triple fisting PBRs. Like literally. Like I have two in one hand, one in the other. And Aaron is definitely not a big drinker. And I kind of know that. And I just kind of was like, this is my chance to get a picture with him. And I was drunk. I had all these PBRs. And I'm like, hey, Eric, you can take a picture with me? And the picture is literally him just looking not happy at all, like not wanting to be there at all. And I'm just like, so that's like, I have a bunch of great pictures with band members. That's the one that I don't really share.
Just you disappointing him.
Yeah.
Just so disappointed.
Yeah.
Do you remember the year it was, I think They're Only Chasing Safety came out the year prior probably, but they were supposed to be at Warped Tour. And Spencer went off drinking with Fat Mike from NoFX the night before the Boston show.
Yep.
And then Under Oath decided they weren't playing the rest of Warped Tour, and we didn't hear about it until we showed up that morning.
I was there as well.
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. Yep. At Pittsburgh. Dude. I remember that.
Yeah, It was one of the main reasons I went too. And I was like, it was gonna be the second time I saw Under Oath, but the first time since They're Only Chasing Safety had been released, and
that was pretty much it. After that, if they went like this, they started just kind of veering off and kind of they didn't do
what
much
album wise. What are you talking about?
No, Define the Great Line came out after that.
Yeah,
I said they took when they didn't go on a hiatus, but it's not like they were pumping stuff out right away. Wasn't that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that a thing with Spencer that they were like?
It was almost a hiatus.
Yeah, like
he was near kicked out for
that's what I thought.
A couple weeks.
That's what okay. It was weeks, so I thought it was longer. It felt longer than that.
I think it did.
Like that just subsumed your life. Like it felt like an eternity. It's like
they were my favorite band. They were my favorite band from 2004 to one of today. They're still one of my favorite bands, like till today. And they're like
I've fallen off
bands. Of them. They're like one of the only like metal bands I like, and they're not really that metal.
After Define the Great Line, I wasn't super.
Everyone fell off.
Like Define the Great Line was dope, but after that, it was just kind of like, oh, you're just gonna get like really heavy again.
Yeah, everyone fell off.
Not really what I'm here for.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, let's get back on track here.
Yeah, let's talk.
On track.
Dude, let's talk about that new track. That's what I want to talk about.
Let's do it. So you guys recently released a new jam called Wasted Life, which we're going to listen to, and actually we're going to watch in just a couple minutes here.
Such a banger.
And the song is tonally a bit darker than we've heard from the band in a long time, maybe if ever. It's not like heavy, but it's dark. Yeah, it's dark, and it features more of like three of you dudes in the band sort of trading off vocal duties and shit like that. Can you tell us about the songwriting process and shit?
So, I think a lot of the tone just has to do with what everyone's gone through over the last year, you know? it's a time that I personally fell into some really dark times. I had a lot of changes going on in my life that were very negative changes, and it just it felt sort of cathartic to put out a track like that and to write a track like that. And it's very reflective lyrically of exactly the situation that I was going through.
Absolutely.
What was going on.
Yeah.
And also it's sort of a coincidence. Brandon had written this material and sent it to me, and there's a lot of material. And going through it, I'm like, man, this stuff's like really heavy and it's real dark. And, you know, I haven't recorded screams on a track since 2011, I want to say. To Carve Our Names was the last time I was really doing screaming tracks on a record. So, and it was just something that felt right. And I knew there was no way I could do those songs justice without it. And, you know, it just was the perfect time to get back in there and first off, reteach myself how to do it without destroying myself. So that was a fun process. And a big part of that, too, was we brought Johnny K back. So Johnny was a founding member, bass player, and second vocalist. So from the beginning of the band...
I was wondering who that was.
Yeah.
Same. I was trying to figure this out online.
You know, we probably could have done a better job of announcing him. He should have had an entrance, or like in Super Smash Bros. Like when the new guy joins the battle. We should have done something like that.
That would have been sick.
Yeah, Johnny quit the band in 2012. So To Carve Our Names was the last record that he was on with us. But he's on the first three, the two before I was there. And Johnny's always been a really close friend of mine. He was the guy that I instantly linked with. We were driving partners the whole time that we were touring. And, you know, he just wanted to break off and do real life stuff. Go, you know, get a full-time job and make money. You know, the stuff that all of us are doing now. He just was early to the punch. And so we thought it'd be fun to just bring him back in and have him sing on a track. He sounds amazing. He sounds exactly like he did the last day that, you know, he recorded with us. So his voice didn't miss a beat. And it was super fun to have him back. And other than that, Isaac has been doing a lot of Johnny's duties in the live environment. So Isaac's done some vocals on recordings, but generally recordings are usually done between Brandon and I, between like the co-writing, and then I'll just go in and I'll just rock everything out. And then when it comes to doing it live, I'll sparse out the parts that are overlaps or parts where there's screaming stuff and singing stuff happening at the same time. So we wanted to get Isaac in because he is a singer in the band, and he doesn't have enough representation in our recordings. So we want to get him in there and feature him. And then Christian, our current bass player, has done some stuff live for us, but he was just there, and we just threw him in the booth and forced him to do some stuff too. We were already there, and we're already at 3. There's already 3 vocalists on this song. Like,
that's
who
so
else?
cool.
Anybody else?
Or there are 4. There are 4 on this song.
Yeah. So Johnny is singing. Johnny is singing lead on the chorus. He's singing the lead line. I'm singing the high harmony on top of that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Isaac gets parts in the bridge where he's singing, and then Christian is doubling screams during some of the screaming verses. So it's a hodgepodge of everybody. So there's only one.
So cool though.
There's only one person in the song that's not in the band, and that's the guy that was in the band and just hopped in and hung out with us. And it was super fun catching up with him, like being in a studio environment like that. It just instantly took us back to recording that last record with him back in 2011, a decade ago.
A decade ago,
crazy.
yeah.
Yikes!
10 years ago.
Yikes!
Oh man. Well, I think that's a great segue. I'm just talking about that now. I want to watch the video.
It's not a great segue because I want to know one more thing.
Yeah.
And it's are we gonna hear more?
Yes.
Is there more in the pipeline?
So right now, it's sort of at our own convenience type thing. A lot of the guys in the bands have other projects going on. There's a project called In Spirit that Brandon is heavily involved in, which I've listened. It's the the resurrection of the original Vanna lineup from 2006.
From Curses,
And so he's got that going on. You know, there's our bass player is in a band called Currents that is crushing it right now. So
I will be going to see Currents.
You would be?
I'm going to see Currents. I'm going to see Currents.
Oh.
No, I am. I'm going to see him with Ice Nine Kills. They're playing in Portland with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, a lot of the guys in the bands have other big projects going on and all that stuff. And my big project is the DAD project that's coming up in January. And so, we have, there's at least one more song that's finished and is in the can that is just going through like the final mixing process. But I want to say there was probably 7 or 8 tracks that were written just throughout the pandemic, basically.
Ooh.
So right now we're just kind of doing our thing when we have time and throwing stuff together. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do a record. I don't know if we're just gonna parse out singles as we go.
You just
that sort of just seems like the best way to go about it. Just parse things out. But one thing that a lot of people don't know is, our band never broke up. Lions was never not a band. There was just time when, people were working on other stuff. People were just doing life in general.
Yep.
But we just figured even if we weren't active, there's no point in making it like we're broken up now. Because we know that eventually, like, we're all friends. We're going to get together. We're going to write some stuff. And, like, why turn off the possibility of new music, So it's just sort of an open-ended thing where there is music that will get released. No idea for a time frame. I can't make any promises, but
sure,
it's very cool stuff. I'm very stoked on it, and
that's awesome.
Yeah. So keep an eye out. Again, who knows? We'll just spring it on people.
Yeah,
one day
we'll help you.
Be on social
We'll help you spring it on them.
Yeah,
and and hopefully
we'll help you spring.
Hopefully people will dig it. But yeah, so it's just sort of an open-ended thing. There is material though. So there will be material.
And there's one more near finished, like might be coming out at some point soon.
Yes, 100%.
I love it.
So awesome. That's so cool.
I see Colin has put up the ticker at the bottom.
It took me forever. I've been so into the conversation that I totally forgot.
But I feel like it's perfect timing.
It is.
I feel like it's perfect timing. So you guys, you guys can check out all their socials here, and you see it says new single, "Wasted Life" out now. How about we listen to it?
Let's take a view. Let's take a view.
I'll take a gander.
Watch it. We're gonna watch
gander
it.
Upon
right.
True. With the eyes. Let's listen to it with the eyes.
Let's listen with our eyes and our minds and our brains
and our ears.
Yes. With that, let's get it. Let's go. Wasted Life music video. Lions. Press play.
These lies
First, I would like to just get to know you.
Virtual.
Oh, rapid fire!
No, dude, new shirt. Easy. Thought we were shooting over the head on that one. God.
I go for
all
the
right.
heart.
Hey, did you
Heart
see I got
shots
out of the
only,
dark?
brother.
Dude, I got out of the
I
dark.
did.
I found a light. I have a house
Was looking
and I couldn't find
dim.
a light. I found a light. I'm back.
Don't go
Like,
towards the light.
The whole show's over, but I'm back for at least a little bit, pretty much. We already pew-pewed. We already hit each other up. Let's get some rapid fire going with Josh right now.
You know
Get
it's
'em.
time for rapid fire.
You know it's rapid fire.
All right, Joshua.
Yes.
I know. So we're in July now. We haven't had a ton of releases this year, so this could be past or present. What release were or are you most excited for this year?
So my favorite release of this year was a band called Dirty Loops. It's an EP called Phoenix. Dirty Loops is in my top 3 favorite bands of all time. And right now, I'm looking forward to the new Leon Bridges record, which comes out on the 23rd.
That's gonna be dope.
I don't know either of these things, so I need to. I'm writing these down for homework.
Leon Bridges is dope, but I've actually never heard of Dirty Loops either, so I will be mental noting for homework as well. We've had a shit ton of homework assignments today. Woo!
Yeah. We got homework today.
We got lots of homework today.
That's cool. What type of tunes are we talking here?
Dirty Loops is they're 3 Swedish studio musicians, probably the most talented musicians in any band that I have heard in my life. So it's sort of like jazz, fusion, funk, pop. It's mayhem.
Oh.
It's basically just mayhem.
Okay.
Organized, awesome mayhem.
They're one of those bands that they're so good that I find myself laughing at them. Like as I'm listening to them, I'm shaking my head and I'm laughing. That's how good that band is.
All right.
So good. All right, we're definitely checking them out, and Adam, definitely check out Leon Bridges. Like
I've got it written in here. I've got homework written down.
Yeah, that's dope. Those are good ones.
That was way more rapid than I anticipated on the first one. I like it though. I like that energy.
Yeah. He's actually sticking to the script a little bit. I guess is what we don't usually go rapid. Yeah, we don't go rapid. I
write rapid fire and I try to write hard questions, but I kind of changed up this round completely. All right,
it's
so
easier when we got one. It's easier when we got one.
This might be
going
harder.
3 too, yeah.
This might be harder. All right, pick anywhere between 4 or 5 bands to round out your dream show.
Glassjaw, The Receiving End of Sirens. Wait, do they have to be? Do they have to be?
No, they don't have to be. They don't have to be living. Yeah.
Okay, 4 or 5. Queen, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And yikes, that's a tough one.
Nice.
The Deer Hunter.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, and Dirty Loops.
So
okay, you can have 6. You just said 2.
said
2 that are very near and dear to Promise Game's heart too. By the way,
they are
Big time.
indeed.
3,
I actually
actually.
had a question earlier that I skipped over, which talked about your reference to the Receiving End of Sirens on the song White Flag.
Yes, very
And
intentional.
but then you mentioned them like super early in the interview, and I was like, I don't need to ask that question anymore.
yeah.
I had tickets to see them last year when they were
Dude,
doing,
same here.
We were going to be at we were
here.
all going to be at the same show. We would have all been at the same show.
Yep.
I did, however, get tickets to the Glassjaw show next year, where they're doing Everything You Ever Want to Know About Silence and Worship and Tribute in their entirety in a row.
I did see that. See that show coming up. Skinny.
That's pretty sick. You're in there.
Oh, I'm in there.
That's
so in
dope.
there.
That's so dope. And then you said Deer Hunter too. So Deer Hunter, Red Hands is a song that myself and 3 of the Adam, Eric.
Well, I mean, really, our whole friend group. That's sort of.
But 4 out of the 5 Promise Game band members have sang that song together with like 12 other, maybe 20 other people on more than 20 occasions. Let's put it that way.
It is our
Exactly.
end of the night. It is our end of the night song when we're real drunk, and it's like, you need to send some people to bed. Maybe we're gonna stay up a little bit longer, but we're gonna stop singing so loud. We do that song
That's our
together.
last one.
Dude, it's just one of those bands that is somehow better live than on recording. I saw them with a string quartet. I saw them with a string quartet
Oh, fuck
in
off.
Providence, dude.
Oh,
Unbelievable. Yeah,
that
amazing.
must have been amazing.
They're up there for sure.
Mhm.
Wow, those are good. That'd be a cool show. And Michael Jackson's my second favorite vocalist of all time. So yeah, I love that list. Yeah, I love that list.
That was a tight list.
Toy.
All right.
Hit him. Pew pew.
Now we're gonna go for. I was actually gonna base a round around this tonight, but I had to switch up the interview. So, Joshua,
Yes. Sorry, I got this guy.
Hey,
This guy's a
next was waiting for a cat appearance.
Hi.
Oh,
What's up?
man.
little kisses, little kisses.
Kitty kisses.
We're ready.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Would you rather?
Oh God.
Yes.
Would you rather have no sense of taste or be colorblind?
I think I could deal with being colorblind.
Me too.
But you gotta think about it
Over
from
taste, yeah.
From a utilitarian standpoint, though, like a lack of taste actually could benefit you. Actually, could benefit or hurt you. It could benefit you because you can get substance easier without being grossed out by whatever you're tasting.
True.
However, the sense of taste also is a warning mechanism that we have, where if you taste something that's rotten, it'll gross you out and stop you from eating it. So it sort of is imperative to your survival.
True.
So I think I could deal with being colorblind.
Because if
I
you've
don't
lost
plan
your
on being a
sense,
pilot.
Very.
if you've lost your if you've lost your sense of taste, the chances are that you've lost your sense of smell as well. So you're not going to be able to smell that rotten food.
Right.
What if it what if it was a choice between loss of taste and true blindness?
Yeah, sight.
Yikes.
I would take blindness. I would not want to be blind ever. No blind.
Yeah, the sight's more important.
Taste can
I'll
go
take the
away.
sight. I'll just be very careful. I'll just eat. I'll just eat dry pasta.
I think
or something that
especially-
can't go bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Especially having had sight. I can't imagine being born with sight and then having it taken away.
Yeah, no, definitely not. No, God.
Yeah, and I guess in a sense it would be better
nightmare.
just to never have had it, because then you don't know what you're missing.
It would
Yeah,
have been better to
exactly.
never have had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Because life would get like if you're born into that, you're gonna, I mean, your life's gonna be hard, but you're gonna adapt. But having to adapt when you've already had it,
Right.
gotta be
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, get rid of my taste.
Yeah,
Get rid of my
taste-
taste and my smell. I can
See you
do it.
later. Yeah,
I can
I'll
do
keep
it.
my sight all day of the week. Yeah. All right, hit them. What's the next one?
What meal could you eat every single day for the rest of your life?
Sushi. More
Nice.
specifically,
Which roll?
tuna, salmon, no rolls.
Oh, okay. Your sashimi and regular
Oh, yeah.
sushi.
Sashimi?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just flaps of fish flaps all day.
Love that.
Just throw them at my head.
Really?
Specifically, salmon, tuna, and albacore,
Nice.
but not white tuna, because this is a fun story. I find out that white tuna, as they call it, is not related to the tuna at all. And in fact, if you consume more than an ounce of it, you get an insane bout of diarrhea. And I didn't realize that until I
Whoa.
ate multiple ounces of it and
Huh.
was suffering for 24 hours until I looked it up and realized it was this insanely oily fish that's often sold as fake albacore on like shady fish markets, but it's sold.
Oh.
The issue is that it's so good. It's
Oh.
so good. So I will get it. Like I'll dance with the devil a little bit and I'll do a couple of them, but I have to cut myself off from the white tuna. So if you ever need like a cleanse, then white tuna is the way to go.
White tuna is your way to go. Good to know.
I love that answer.
That's
so
hilarious.
interesting. Sashimi over a roll, huh?
Yes.
I love it. I like
All right.
sashimi as well. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's fine. I'd rather have.
I like both. I like both.
Well, but this is every single day for the rest of your life. So.
Give me that
I
much
would eat-
rice
I would eat-
every
I would
day.
eat-
You know what I mean?
I would
You're gonna
probably
get sick
eat,
of
I would
rice
probably
real
eat
quick.
sashimi too. Yeah, and it's too filling.
Well,
I
but-
don't want that shit.
But even on sashimi, you're having it on top of that little quenelle
sometimes
of
you,
rice.
sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't.
No, sashimi is just the fish. The fish.
You're talking
Yeah.
just the fish, just the
Yeah,
fish.
That's sashimi.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Sushi
Nigiri?
Yeah,
I'm
nigiri
gonna
is
be
with
talking
the
about
rice.
nigiri right now.
Nigiri
Okay.
Nigiri is with the
Nigiri?
rice.
Yeah.
Sashimi is the straight
There
fish,
you
dude.
go.
And also, you're gonna look sick because it's just very lean protein.
Oh yeah.
Like you're gonna be looking damn good.
You're gonna be
You're just
cut.
eating that
You're gonna
every day. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So not sick, like, but like
No,
sick,
sick,
be
like.
like cut.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
cut.
Ryan Reynolds, and Amityville.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
You tell me I'm about to look like
Yeah.
my boy Ryan Reynolds if I do this?
Yep. Mhm.
All right.
Sashimi
That's
up.
it. That's a guarantee.
So I guess that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, just eat sashimi. There you go. Easy
Can you
enough.
can you still drink a ton and come out looking super cut?
Probably not.
Vodka. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Vodka's fine. For that.
Vodka. You'll be fine.
Well, also,
Yeah.
you're not going to be
Yeah.
keeping any food down if you're just guzzling vodka all day. So you will
There
get
you go.
skinny, but you're not going to be looking buff.
Yeah.
You got a lot of weight. You got to weigh out your options here.
Yeah.
All right, hit him with the last
Yeah.
one.
All right, Josh. What was your album of the year for 2020?
Oh, okay. So album of the year for 2020 is a record called Sugar by an artist named Kyle Dion.
Oh, okay.
100%.
More homework.
Every single track. And technically the record came out in 2019, but he did a deluxe edition in 2020 that included 3 new songs. So that counts.
Oh
That
wow!
does definitely
Getting really stretching out the definition here, Josh.
Nope, it's
What if
so
one of
good
his
a
favorite
record.
songs is on the? What if one of his favorite songs is on the deluxe version and not the regular one?
No, it doesn't matter. All it means is that it was my record of the year for both 2019 and for 2020.
There you
Because
go.
it
You
was-
get to double
because
down.
there was one released on each one. So yeah,
There you go,
Kyle
you get to double
Dion,
down.
Sugar. It's every single track on that record's incredible. There's not one track that I've ever skipped. It's flawless.
be,
it's a perfect record.
What is it?
Listen,
What kind
listen,
of tunes are we
listen
talking
to
about
that.
there?
It's R&B. It's an R&B record.
Oh
What I
yeah,
like
you
about
love
it
R&B.
Is that all the instrumentals are real instruments. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
not.
It's not.
do
It's not
appreciate
overly
that.
pretty.
You can tell that it's actual performances too, because there's imperfections in a lot of the instrumentation, but it just feels like you're watching like a real R&B artist, and not. So it's not like a dance record. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's a very
Sure.
authentic feeling and very real record, and it's one of
Nice.
the. It's got one of the few songs that have made me weep like a maniac.
Ooh.
That record. That record.
Those are
broke
good. I
me.
like those.
Yeah, it's like the only
Ooh, I
record
like
I've sat in the
those.
car by myself just crying, like in the night. That's the only record that's done it to me. So
Wow.
yeah, album of the year.
in the dark of the night.
2019, In the dark of the night.
Ooh.
So I wrote a song about it so I could reference that it was nighttime.
There you go.
Because God forbid anything happens in the day.
No, nothing happened. There is no day.
Not gonna-
Not in
yeah.
music.
Nope.
Not in music. Not in
Don't
music.
count on it.
Well, hey, that was probably the fastest rapid fire round we've ever done.
Wow, that was not.
It actually
rapid at all.
was. No, it was way
the
more
fastest
rapid
we've
than
ever
usual.
done. Yeah, that was really fast comparatively.
I feel like I wrote them. I feel like I wrote them too easily, or you were just so confident in your answers, like already.
I
Because
think
normally people struggle like hell.
Oh
okay.
yeah, no, you were ready to go. Yeah, no, you were ready to go. So yeah, so before we go though, we got to talk about the Promise Game track that we were absolutely so fortunate enough to have you join us on. Any Reason to Party, that just dropped today. It's on all major streaming platforms. We got a music video coming out for it next week on Wednesday the 28th, which you were able to come and join us in. Did you have fun with Promise Game?
Oh my
Tell
God, yeah,
everybody.
it was a blast.
Are we
It was
fun
a
to hang out
blast.
with?
I wish I could talk about it more. We'll have to like do an update and talk about the making of that video because it was
Oh,
That would be cool.
ridiculous and so much
that would
fun.
be cool. Actually, we should
but-
do that. We should do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Let's do that. Let's plan on
just
that.
a short thing or like a
Yeah.
commentary track. Commentary
That would be
track.
Yeah.
awesome. We should totally do that.
Like
So
a
I
little
don't wanna give
10-minute
any-
thing. That would be cool.
Yeah. I don't want to give anything away, but everyone's in for a treat. It was completely ridiculous. It was so much fun. So it was a pleasure to be a part of. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, it
course.
was so much fun having you.
It's always an honor if someone wants me to be on one of their tracks. Like releasing music's a big deal, and it's like writing songs is like a personal thing, and actually having something and going through the work and the effort to finish something and put it out there is a huge deal. So to be a part of that's like always a huge honor for me. So thank you guys for having me, man. It was really fun.
That
Thanks
was
for being
awesome.
on it, man.
Yeah. No, we really appreciate it. And like, you know, Adam wrote it and he was like, when we said, oh my God, Josh might be interested in doing this, he was like, he would be perfect for this. And let me rewrite some parts exactly for him to kind of.
Well, we didn't even have a bridge written yet, and
we really have the bridge,
and I was like, well, all right, I'll write this in a style that I think fits him, and it did.
It
Nailed
did.
it.
And there is some screaming on this track as well
There
that
is,
Joshua
there is.
does.
Came out of retirement a little bit.
Yeah, brought those pipes out of retirement, dude. So good.
Seems the pandemic did it to us all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, having you on that bridge was literally perfect. It was literally perfect.
Here's something that
for
people
us.
don't think about is that so thankfully because of my setup I was able to record my vocals at home, which meant that there was an afternoon that was me screaming in an apartment for I think I did 19 takes total in order to get that section out. So we're talking a lot of time of just a man alone in an apartment screaming at the top of his lungs. So when you're listening to the track, just picture that. That's the image. That's the visual that goes along with that.
Oh, that's so good. I love that. People are like, wow, he's either really angry. No, I think he's just really angry.
He's repeating it in the exact same way. Like, so he's not yelling at anybody, or he's rehearsing yelling at somebody.
Yeah. What is this guy doing? Just nothing but screams. I love it. Oh, that's so rad. Well, again,
apologies to the neighbors.
We appreciate your cooperation. It came out perfectly.
Yeah, man, it's a very cool track.
Man.
It's a very different track. I'm stoked for you guys to have it out there, man. It's very cool.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you helping us make it very special. We think it's probably right now one of our more special tracks. We're really excited for it. And, you know, like I said, it came out today. Make sure you check it out. It's on, again, every streaming platform. If you want to hit it up on Spotify, that's where we do most of our metric measuring, I guess you will say. But, yeah, Josh, not only today having you on, you know, the podcast, but just the last, I think, 3 months that you've been working together with us to get this song out, to, like you said, work on this video, which you played a gigantic role in. We got to do the behind the scenes thing because you did have so much to do with this as a featured artist, and I think that's important for a lot of people to know too. So
Absolutely.
Again, we really appreciate everything you've done, and again, it was awesome to anytime we can hang out with you. It's always fun. I think we're going to be seeing you again. We're going to be seeing you at some shows soon, but if we don't see you before then, we're going to see him at some shows.
There is one, I think. I don't know that we can talk about it yet, but
We can't. We're gonna.
Right.
Josh already told us he's gonna come up to Boston and hang out with us one night, and we'll have more to share on that. We can't release that info yet,
right?
But we will.
Yeah,
we will. But Josh is gonna be hitting up a show at Promise Game, and he's gonna be on stage with us for sure. So that's happening. So
look for the uniform. No one knows what this means yet, but just look for the uniform. You'll know. You'll know I'm there.
We're gonna when Josh is on stage, Promise Game just gets that much sexier.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
It's so true. It's so true. Again, Josh, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate your time. And
thank you, gentlemen, of course.
Until next time, we can't wait. But everyone enjoy Any Reason to Party. Music video comes out on Wednesday, but listen to that shit anywhere right now. Boys, before we go, quick cheers. Again, congrats on the release. Yeah. Awesome, boys. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later, Josh. We'll see you soon, man.
But we're sure to keep defending and supporting the scene.
The scene.
Love it, man. Later.
Farewell, boys.